I don't know if they allow it, but I was chewing gum, so that helped me to stay a little focused. And I just kept like realizing that this is important. I just need to do this, just read this passage, answer these questions, so I can just move on with my life. Just I thought of the importance of it and the outcomes that would come from it. So I just stayed focused and I just got it done.
I took my time reading the questions and then going back to read the passage because, reading the passage for the first time, of course, these passages are boring. So reading them and then going to answer the questions, I would end up, reading the passage like 3 or 4 times. So what I did was just took my time reading the questions first and then went back to read the passage.
Honestly, the readings that they give you are strange. Some of them are not interesting. To be honest, I don't know if they do that on purpose, but but I am, at the end of the day, I am a reader and I'm an English major, and I try my best to appreciate the writing for what it is, and doing that just to try to see where the author's coming from, why the author would write that. That's kind of how I stayed focused on it, just the curiosity of, well, this is not very interesting, but what did the author, what was the author's purpose? Why would they write this? What did they get out of it? And so I try to kind of appreciate it for what it is. And so I just read it through just to see, just to see that. So I just, even though it was boring, and I'm not boring, but it wasn't as interesting or not my kind of thing. So I just tried to appreciate it for what it was and my goal, kept my eyes on the prize.
I made sure that I was reading the story so I could answer the questions correctly, or if I felt like I was running out of time, I would skim through it or read the questions first and then go back in the stories to answer the questions, look for the answers.
The reading portion can actually bore you to death. They have, they have, you could say excerpts or cutouts of different magazines, articles, poems, and you will be wasting your time to try to comprehend the reading selections all at one time. What you want to pay attention to are those details that each question or questions are looking for. So you want to read the questions first. I believe that's the best strategy that anyone can use, is to read the questions first and then tackle the reading that way. But to try to read it for comprehension, get the whole thing, you're not, because it's cutouts of different magazines and so forth. It's not whole, you could say, essays or reading selections. So to stay awake, I just read the questions and kept in mind that I need to pass the test in order for my career to go to the next level.
During the reading portion of the test, because I am an English major, reading is not something that I don't like, because I like to read, and it's easy for me to use my context clues, and I read over the questions first and then go back. So the reading portion was okay for me. I just made sure I take my time. I didn't worry about the time limit that we had, because if I had done that, I would have rushed through it too fast. So I definitely just took my time.